I feel like I've achieved something in watching all these movies, and I know that's stupid.
I know, isn't it funny?
Yeah.
See, we're movie geeks.
Yeah.
So for us, it's an achievement.
Yeah, it is.
Other people become doctors. I spent my summer watching James Bond movies.
I spent my summer, winter, and most of August watching James Bond movies.
And I will continue to do it.
Gentlemen, we're back.
Back, baby.
Back, baby. Coronavirus can't stop us.
Oh, no.
We said 7 weeks ago.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, but we are finally here with our James Bond special.
And we just happen to be dapper right now.
Suited and booted, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh, yeah. Some of us had to squeeze into this. I'll let you figure out which one it was.
To be honest, it was both of us.
It was probably both of us.
Because we got takeaway before.
We did. The two of us ate a huge take. We were like, we won't get pizza because that's too filling. So we just ate a huge takeaway.
Yeah, shitload of noodles.
Shitload of noodles instead.
Whew, feeling that now.
Yeah, me too. Oh, my waistcoat is feeling it more, I think. Anyway, this is Straight to Series, everybody. Welcome. My name's Connor.
I'm Ian.
And yeah, we're back for our James Bond special.
We've been waiting to do this for so long. 24 movies later.
We've been sitting on this for the last while, hoping to release it the day No Time to Die was meant to come out. Did not happen.
Still hurts. It still hurts. Mainly in the bottom half area. In the
bottom half region, in the lower to bottom region. But
it burns.
It burns. Burns deep.
Because we hyped this up for so long. This is our end game.
Yeah, this is our end game. This is like what Predator was if there was build up.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
The Predator episode, but
there was no build up.
You should check that out, by the way. That episode had no build up. It came out of nowhere like a fucking freight train.
Yeah.
This one, it's had 24 movies and episodes building up to it, or anything.
24 movies.
24 movies. That is a lot.
And I enjoyed them.
Me too.
It was a slog at times.
Yes.
It was tough.
I'm happy I did it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I've educated myself in the James Bond saga.
And you know what? I feel like finally, I'm not just quoting pop culture whenever I speak about this. I actually know because I
understand that reference.
I understood that reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when people start dissing Pierce Brosnan, which we're getting into,
or anyone for that matter now,
I'm going to defend them.
I can diss any actor, and I can give very positive points as well on every actor now.
And I feel good about that.
You want to go to town on George Lazenby? Oh. I'm going to fight in his corner, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna
bring it on.
Me and the Australian bees are going to beat the shit out of you Aussies. Hey?
Best gay Bond I've ever seen.
Best gay Bond I've ever seen. Too straight to be gay.
The gay Bond that fucks every woman that's in his eye line.
Every woman in that movie. If the movie was 5 hours long, he would have made it through every woman on that island. It's just they had to cut it down. They shot every sex scene, though.
Oh, yeah. The extended cut goes on for days.
It goes on and on.
There's
and
STIs.
On.
The STI cut, they call it.
Yeah, the STI cut. At one stage, his wife is like knocking on the door, like, James, are you busy? And every single woman is in there, and he's like,
I'm a gay man.
I love you. Stay out. Don't come in here.
I'm a straight gay man.
Anyway, we have a plan for this episode that we will probably follow and probably not follow at stages.
We'll give it a go.
We're going to name every Bond. We're going to talk about what we like, some of the cool things that happened with that Bond.
An overall history lesson of the Bond series. We're going through each actor chronologically from start to finish.
And then right at the very end, we're going to do some top fives.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that now.
Some of them are fun. Some of them are, the classic
Even
top fives. Even more fun, yeah. But I've 5, Ian's 5, and submit your 5.
We didn't want to do ranking 24 movies because we'll bore ourselves and the listeners and viewers.
We've done that before, and it wasn't a very good episode.
Plus, it took me an hour to rank something like 24. And we tried to do it with the MCU, and it fucking killed us. I still have problems from that, honestly. We got
never recovered.
Because then you get really deep into it.
Yeah.
And Tour 1 and Tour 2. And, let's not get into it. Let's get to Bond, baby.
Let's get into Bond. A phrase that Raul Silva wishes he could say. It's a Skyfall reference, everybody. Yes, I've seen them all.
And I understood that reference.
Hey, there we go. Let's start with the original.
Mr. No himself. I mean, Dr. No, sorry.
Dr. No himself.
Dr. No.
Dr. No. A word,
No.
not an...
Everyone's like, you
fucking
I get that reference. And I'm like, well, Mr. No.
Ian, could you please review your script for this? Could you please review what you were supposed to... Yeah, thank you. We'll take it back, okay? We're going to start with...
Dr. No,
Dr.
that came
No.
out in 1962, starring Sean Connery.
No, a word Sean Connery doesn't understand.
I like it.
We'll be getting into that later. But yeah.
He's Doctor, it's gonna happen.
Sean Connery, the original Bond. What can we say about him?
He set the bar.
He did. He set the bar, set the tone.
He wrote out that formula.
He did.
That everybody cheated off.
It's a winning formula.
It is a winning formula.
And Dr. No changed cinema forever in terms
sure
of
did.
the way it was shot, in terms of protagonists and dialogue and
Bond, like the villain layer.
the villain layer.
Now
yeah.
that's a thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's just a thing that happens in movies.
Yeah.
The decor. It was so
Everything.
interesting. Even the way Dr. No's portrayed is so fascinating.
Yeah.
He's so hammy, the hammy villain, you know, like it just started something, you know what I
did.
mean? Like it started a trend. And you
even-
see in every movie now.
Yeah. And even when you watch it, like, yes, there are pacing issues to Dr. No. There are some serious pacing
That first hour.
issues.
I could never call Dr. No my favourite
No.
Bond movie. Or my second favourite Bond movie for that matter.
Or top 5, potentially.
I know. There's so many pacing issues.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. You know, like it's 1962, man.
Yeah. But it's intercut with some gold.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. It really is. Like
That's a Smith & Wesson, and you've had your 6. And he shoots him. Bang!
You've been dying to say that all
I love
day.
that line. So we've watched so many of these now that I've forgotten a lot of what happened in previous ones, a lot of what I loved.
Because it's a while ago now.
It is a while ago, and today we were doing this thing where we were watching clips over and over again, trying to refresh what happened, see what came back, and that was one of those things where I was like, I never spoke about that the first time we talked about it. I wanted to get it in
And
here.
you quoted it, and then it actually came up on the screen when
then
we were watching it on
yeah,
YouTube.
Very
So
cool, very good moment. Clearly, Sean Connery was smiling down at us in heaven. Sorry, he's looking up from hell, almost assuredly, for all the women.
Sean Connery is still...
What?
He's still alive.
No, he can't be.
He's still alive. He looks dead, but he's still alive.
That's what I was
he's dead
thinking
inside.
of. That's
He's
what
dead
I was
inside.
thinking of. Yeah, yeah.
He's dead inside.
He's dead inside.
Try talk to him about Lord of the Rings.
Try talk to him about League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Try talk about being a gentleman to women.
That's
An
why.
open hand. That's when the lines blur.
That's when
You know?
that's why that movie didn't work, because they cast a non-gentleman as the main gentleman.
I know,
thinking he
man.
was. But yeah, we're supposed to be saying positive things about each actor.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about their high points and low points.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
But Sean Connery, he did set the bar. He's the
Totally.
guy that everyone kind of, you know, this is how, I guess, pivotal his role is to the whole series, is that you see a bit of him in every single Bond.
Totally.
You can see him in every single Bond.
It's
you know,
like-
and that's saying a lot, because this is 24 movies later.
To use a music reference, it's like when you get this complicated amp and there's like treble and I can't think of anything else other than
Bass.
treble, bass, and everything. And you know, Sean Connery's was set to a certain amount. Some Bonds turn it up a bit more. Roger Moore campiness turns down the brutishness.
Sure. You might
you
put
know?
a pedal on there.
Yeah, put a pedal on
too.
there, make it sound a bit funky.
Yeah. We'll put the funny, yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
Roger Moore's right there.
Yeah, but
Sounds like a Seinfeld episode.
yeah, it does. But you know, so Sean Connery, he sets the bass, sets the tone.
Good thing.
Yeah, you're welcome. So he is both charming and intimidating at the exact same time.
He's so physically imposing,
Yeah,
and sometimes that can be
Yeah.
to some women's detriment.
some women's detriment to anyone who gets in his way.
Yeah.
And some ethnic races.
But he's so believable as that strong, suave gentleman
Yeah.
who will punch you in the face and knock you clean out at the same time. And
Gent-
that's a tough balance to get.
He's a gentleman spy. That's it.
He is.
Yeah.
He will also throw a fist in your face if you diss him.
Right from the very beginning. He's sitting there smoking.
Smoking,
Bond,
yeah.
James Bond stands up. All of a sudden, you see he's a mountain of a man, and he's in great shape for a guy in the 60s, in the 1960s.
I know. Now, he was supposed to be like a former bodybuilder, which I don't believe.
I don't
at
know.
the same time.
I mean, for that time, you know. Have you
Yeah,
ever
I know.
seen those?
He's so attainable though now.
Yeah.
You know that way.
Yeah.
Like Jason Statham's like, what? I could show up like that. Oh my god! I'll have birthday cake.
I
Then.
feel like he was working out. You ever see those gyms from the 1920s, and everyone's in leotards, and all the machinery and stuff to work out on looks like it could murder you if it came alive.
Yeah, rather than hydrating with water, they're just drinking glasses of milk.
Drinking glasses of milk,
Protein.
strong
Calcium.
man. Yeah.
For the bones.
Yeah.
And just like down in liters of milk.
But at the same time, James Bond.
Carb loading
Yeah.
would have been like a big thing at the time as well. You got to carb
Yeah.
load before you go to the gym.
Ja-
Do you have your milk with you?
James, you bring your milk? Sean, you bring your milk? No, but at the same time, like, he looks like the guy who knows how to fight, knows how to look after himself, been in a few street balls, knows what he's doing, but also smokes cigars all the time, drinks fucks, and sleeps in.
I know.
You know?
It's crazy.
Yeah, and
He looks like the guy that's going to fuck a girlfriend.
Yeah, and it works.
And you better not have a problem with it.
You better not have a problem with it.
Because she won't have a problem with it,
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
exactly.
She's not coming back to you.
He's got great lines, his delivery, just everything about him is setting that standard. Dr. No is an interesting villain, even though there's not a lot of backstory there.
You want more of him, which is a good way to have it, I guess.
Totally. And
you know, it leaves you wanting more of that villain.
nowadays, we'd have the Dr. No origin story, but thankfully we don't get that
there'd be a
shit.
spin-off.
By the way, No Time to Die. Hey, you see, if I'm right, come back to this episode and tell me I'm right.
Rami Malek.
Rami
That's the
Malek.
rumor.
That's the rumor.
That he's Dr. No.
I said it on our very first episode.
He'd make a good Dr. No as well.
Yeah. He's even doing a weird accent thing.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah. And he's got that pale look. He's
Yeah.
got the scarring. I know the other one doesn't have that, but
You know, I could see that.
he doesn't have machine hands, though.
Yeah.
That Robocop grip.
I love it. He crushes a goblet, and it's like, that goblet looked incredibly plastic. But
Yeah, I know. Fucking man. It's the 60s.
I'll believe it's metal.
Yeah.
So
So Sean Connery, he sets the bar, and
Yeah.
he's got some of the best Bond movies still to
he
this
does.
date.
And he's managed to be believable in every scene, despite the camp. You know?
Yeah, except for towards Diamonds Are Forever, and we'll get to that.
Diamonds Are Forever. The bits that you're enjoying, it feels like Connery is enjoying. And the bits that you aren't enjoying, Connery clearly has checked out. You know what I mean?
Really, yeah, he's got one foot in, one foot out.
Yeah.
But now he was very vocal about that as well, and
Totally.
everyone kind of knows that he wasn't enjoying these movies for quite some time.
No.
I think after like From Russia with Love, he was kind of done with the character.
Yeah.
By Thunderball, he was like,
Oh, another one?
yeah, here we go.
Another
Here we
massive
go again.
paycheck?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, we were talking about, you know, every Bond has at least one movie that you're like, that's a great movie. I'll watch no matter what.
That's his movie. That's the Sean Connery movie.
That's the Sean Connery movie. So Sean Connery has 3. Roger Moore has 2. Lazenby has 1.
Yeah, only one,
Dalton has 1.
One, yeah.
Brosnan has
Has
1.
one.
And Daniel Craig has 2.
Two, yeah. Now, I think Sean Connery, everyone goes to Goldfinger, though.
Yeah.
Because Goldfinger was the third movie, and it was the one that created the formula that we know today. Even the pre-title sequence, where we do this little catch-up with Bond. Where's Bond now?
What's he doing?
This is what he's up to now.
He's on a different mission. He's just doing his thing. You
We
know
get
what
to
I
see
mean?
a bit of action, then the titles hit, and then there's half-naked women dancing.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. I love it.
It's fantastic.
And Shirley
yeah.
Bassey, the queen of the theme,
The queen of the theme.
kicks in.
Oh, she's so good.
It's a perfect match.
I would say Tom Jones is the king of the theme almost.
Yes,
at least in that era.
Yeah, Tom
With
Jones.
Thunderball.
Tom Jones and Shirley Bassey, definitely. They're the king and queen of Bond themes.
Got that oxygen tank up his ass when he's
does.
singing that high note.
Thunderball. Yeah, can't even do it. There's no way I could hold it now, especially not after all the months. I mean, unnamed energy drink that we've been drinking.
Yeah. Martinis.
Martinis. How do you like it?
Shaken, not stirred.
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Good
couldn't
job.
do that without being lame. He set me up like
Look, martini shaker.
hell yeah.
I got that years ago, unrelated to this.
With a shaving
With
set.
with an aftershave Bond set.
It looks so good,
when
though.
Casino Royale came out. I know it's worked out really well.
It's brilliant. And you had it in the packaging and everything.
Yeah, no, it has not been used. We're not a big martini family.
Who is though?
Funny
Okay, go
side
on.
story. My dad ordered one once in a bar because he never had one before, and he said it was terrible. He ordered a martini shaken, not stirred.
You want to be so cool, and then you have to drink it all because you gotta look.
You have to finish
save
it
face.
and eat the olive.
I'm like Bond.
Oh, yeah. I'm James Bond. I'm James Bond.
One sip of martini,
Yeah.
and then one sip of puke in your mouth.
Yeah,
You swallow back down.
that back up. Oh, I'm so cool. I'm
So
so cool.
much
I'm so cool. I'm
acid in
so
your
cool.
throat.
Yeah, you have to be wearing a suit as well. Yeah,
And your dad sells lasers. He's a Bond villain, if anything.
that's true. He should
He's a
be.
Bond villain,
That's
man.
why he likes Goldfinger so
Yeah,
much.
I know,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. But that's the thing.
Shout out to your dad, by the way.
Oh yeah, shout out. He's gonna love this episode if he watches it, or he's gonna disagree with all my opinions. But sure, we'll find out. That'll make for a fun family gathering.
We know he's a villain now, anyway.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, like everything that Dr. No gets right in terms of the villain and everything making it interesting, Goldfinger just perfects it.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
expands on all the good stuff. Kind of gets away. The pacing issues are kind of gone.
Mm-hmm.
Then you come back
Yes.
Thunderball.
Yeah.
The setup is around an hour long. I still
is.
love Thunderball.
Me too.
And we spend around 20 or 30 minutes underwater for action
Yeah.
scenes that are excellently done, but kind of go on forever.
They kind of
at
go
the
on
same
for a
time.
while, yeah. Now, I'm a big fan of From Russia with Love.
I know, you're really a fan of it.
And like, it might be because I had the PSP game that I played, so I was a bit more accustomed to the story. But there's something about that movie that I just loved, like the Lecter decoding device, everything. Red Grant, like the maze where he's being hunted and everything.
Oh yeah, at the start,
Yeah.
it's the mask,
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah, and it's the guy with the mustache underneath
Oh,
and everything.
it's so goofy.
Yeah.
You feel like you're watching the Mission Impossible.
Yeah, he's fighting Clint from Jaws and everything.
Yeah, who can take a sucker punch right to the stomach.
Sucker punch from a little
Brass
red-headed
knuckles.
woman, and then she has the poison tip shoe.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, I like.
I love when he's wrestling with her at the end. You're
Yeah,
like,
I
come
know.
on, man, just clock her one.
Yeah,
Sean Connery has no problem smacking women.
He
Go
really
on.
doesn't. You know, you feel like they were like, "All right, Sean, today we're gonna shoot the scene where you fight her. All right, so a swift right hook to the face, and then she'll be done."
She's
no,
80,
no, no, no,
Bond.
no, no, no,
She's 80. Or Sean.
Sean, you gotta wrestle with her for a bit.
No, open hand, lads. I'll open hand it.
I'll just
open hand.
put my hand on her neck and lift her up.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he's like, "No,
fucking
no."
simmer down there.
She
simmer
has a
down
knife
there.
in her shoe, so if you lift her up, she'll just kick you.
I'm Bond, goddammit.
Well, this is intriguing. How will Bond get out of this one?
As he's fixing his wig.
He's fixing his wig, yeah. Wig! New wig!
I want a sturdy one for this one because I'm going to throw down with this one.
Yeah.
With this old woman.
And then all right, next they have the scene where she's saying, "James, I love you," and he's just smacking her across.
James, no!
James, I love you. Stop.
I love that scene because she just keeps saying like, "No, make love to me, don't leave me," and he's just smacking the shit.
He's
out of
like,
her.
"You lied to me."
Yeah.
Bam. In fairness, we actually do. We talk about Bond not having remorse, or Daniel or Sean Connery specifically
Yeah.
not like getting revenge or not seeming to take on people's deaths.
Doesn't care as much.
In From Russia with Love, when his friend gets killed, he kills Red Grant, obviously, who killed him, but he also takes it out on her because she was lying to him and everything.
True.
You know, but I mean, it doesn't come across that great.
It doesn't look that great, especially because she's in the moment. She's very defenseless.
Yeah.
Like she is like saying, "Okay, I'm a double agent or whatever, and I was tricking you," but she's not coming at him. You know the
No,
way.
she's a pawn. She's not the main villain, which is why it doesn't look so good when he's.
But this whole revelation
Yeah.
that he has is like an argument kind of status. You know,
Mm.
like it shouldn't be him smacking her around
Yeah.
because what's that going to achieve? She's actually after admitting, okay, I'm a bad person, but I actually truly love you. I was tricking
Yeah.
you. Now I tricked myself.
Yeah.
I love you.
I-
and he's like, okay, well, I'm going to smack the shit out of you.
Yeah.
While she's already confessed everything pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
but-
you know, but that's Sean Connery for. That's where the lines blur because
Yeah.
then you're like, oh, you know, it's the character. It's written on the page.
Yeah.
And then you see him doing interviews with a female interviewer, by the
Yeah.
way, and he's like, well, if the last word is not enough, I can't do accents or whatever. And
An
he's
open
like,
palm.
An open palm.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? This
My
is,
Sean Connery
Are we
accent.
rolling? This is golden.
Yeah,
Roll.
she's nodding her head, doing the interviewer, yes,
yeah,
writing
yeah.
it down and everything, just letting him talk.
Extend on that, please.
Agent behind.
Yeah. Stop.
Stop it! You feel like you want Red Grant to appear out of the bushes and just strangle him like this.
I'm saving. It's for your own
Yeah.
good. I'm saving your career.
But it's the first James Bond train fight. James Bond known for his train fights.
I know, and they spend a long time on the train
They do.
as well.
The
which
Orient
is pretty
Express.
Cool.
It's the Orient
Is it the Orient Express?
Yeah.
No way. Cool.
Very cool. But yeah, so that's From Russia with Love. We spoke about Goldfinger.
I have a big problem with Goldfinger though.
You do, yeah.
And it's that the woman in gold who Bond gets her killed.
What is her character's name? We should name her because she is very important, and we think she's very important, but Bond clearly doesn't.
Is Dink the one that gets the old
Dink is
slap
the
in
one
the
who
ass,
gets
gets a high five?
Men talk.
The
and then
old bottom
smacked
high
in the
five.
ass. Get out of here. What is her name?
Oh, Shirley Eaton as Jill Masterson.
Jill Masterson. So she's the one who is helping Goldfinger win the poker game.
Poker game, and she's like a bona fide escort.
Yeah.
She says, she clarifies to Bond, I don't sleep with him. He pays me to make him look good.
Yeah.
She's just a bit of arm candy. Mm-hmm. You know, just on his arm, makes him look good.
Oh, you mean she's innocent?
She's innocent to a degree.
To a degree,
Like, sure,
yeah.
she's hanging out with a villain,
Yeah.
but she has no evil intentions.
No.
And she's getting paid well. And all she's doing right now is either making Goldfinger look good
Yeah.
by holding his hand and his arm, and also she helps him cheat at poker.
Yeah.
And Bond, right? Bond is so uneducated on Yorick Goldfinger's power. Mm-hmm. All he gets told by it is Felix Leiter, isn't it?
Yes, it
just
is.
says, hey, can you just keep an eye on this guy and we'll debrief you in the morning?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. With no knowledge of how powerful Goldfinger is, he decides to destroy his poker game and involves the girl, Jill Masterson, in it. Then dishes out some multiple orgasms for her, and she gets killed because of this.
Yeah.
But it's all Bond. Like if Bond just never talked to her, never slept with her, never meddled with the poker game, she wouldn't die. And Bond gets over. He gets judo chopped by Oddjob. Yeah. She gets, I think her skin, skin suffocation, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
Because of all the gold that's painted on her. And Bond, you think through the whole movie, this is what I want to believe, is that Bond is doing this for her because it's his fault. He's the one who got her involved in this little triangle, got her killed.
Yeah.
But when you watch the movie, he's doing it for Queen and Country and for his own ego to save face. And that's what I don't like. I kind of want him to be that guy who's like, and that's for her.
Yeah.
You know, that's for Jill, even though he probably doesn't even know her name.
Now, that is a sign of the times as well.
It is.
Sean Connery, to give the benefit of the doubt. But not only does he get her killed, he also gets her sister killed. Tilly Masterson is the one who tries to assassinate Goldfinger with Bond when he breaks into the facility.
Oh, shit.
That is her sister who tries to get revenge.
She's just taking out the whole bloodline.
Yeah, and she gets killed as well.
Yeah, and she's lovely.
She is very nice.
Both of them.
What
a pair.
What a pair.
Fuck it, I'll take both. I can't.
What a pair on both of them, you know what I'm saying?
No, please explain. I get you.
Okay, cool.
Personalities.
Yes, there you go.
No, but anyway.
They're dead ringers for each other.
Yeah. Man, I can't get over that he just kind of gets over her death like that.
I know.
If anything, he's going, fuck it, that was a good pair of tits, man.
Yeah, and then there's...
What a waste, like rather than being like, oh, shit, that was my fault and I'm going to carry the weight. And we'll get to Daniel Craig, and this is one of the reasons why I quite like that it's developed over time, the Bond series, and it's just it's changed with the times.
Yeah, if he causes an innocent's death, then that should probably weigh on him a bit more.
He's not going to sleep at night.
But again, that's modern movie writing compared to movie writing from the 60s.
And I mean, so yeah, I'm kind of stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
When it comes to that.
No, but I totally understand. Like, it's such a valid point, and it does bring Connery's down. Especially because Goldfinger is don't mind the pun, the gold standard of Bond movies. You know what I mean?
It really is, especially in that era.
Yeah.
In the 60s, that was the formula maker.
The Bond movie, first appearance of the DB5, my favorite Bond car, the greatest Bond car in my opinion.
The majority of people would say that too.
Every person.
I have one from left field, but I'll explain why.
Yeah, well, it's not even that left field, is it?
It's the rickshaw. It's the fucking rickshaw.
Never mind. Take it back. No, but everyone wants to own a DB5 after watching James Bond. Even now when it shows.
What a flex! If you show up to a party in a DB5,
it's like seeing a cameo in a Marvel movie, and you're like, woo! Yeah, like whenever the DB5 shows up, I'm like, yes, yes. When he wins at the poker game Casino Royale, when he's driving it in GoldenEye, it's like, oh, there's the DB5.
In Skyfall, when the team hits and he's in it again, you're like, oh my god,
he's in it with them.
Movie boner.
Yeah, but yeah, that's great. And then obviously there is the sexual assault that happens with Pussy Galore, which is pretty bad. Yeah. We play a game. Will I play the scene? We'll play
and we can do this, and I can edit it in.
Okay.
So everyone, I think, knows this scene by now.
Yeah, of course you do.
Where Pussy Galore gets fixed.
She's a lesbian in the books.
In the books. Now, they don't do that in the movie.
They don't say it in the movie because in the 60s...
Is it implied? Because I never...
It is implied because her group that she's in is called Pussy Galore's Flying Circus or something like that.
You'll see what I'm typing in.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Number one.
I just typed in Pussy Galore rape on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it came up.
So we're going to play this game. Hopefully this can become this would be a great Instagram clip. And they'll be like, what are we watching?
James Bond rapes.
Okay, so go forward to the... Or just play it.
So wait, you were setting up that Pussy Galore in the book is gay.
Yeah.
And Ian Fleming, what a man he is, he makes Bond... cure her, by the way, for people listening. I'm doing quotation marks.
Cure.
Gotta save myself there.
Cure her.
He's curing her with some vitamin D.
The greatest vitamin D.
Yeah. 007 vitamin
some
D.
007. What? I don't know. man, sorry, I've forgotten how attractive she is.
She's very attractive.
She's very attractive.
She really is.
Yeah. But yeah, so she says, I'm not interested. That is a literal line. She says, I'm not interested.
Maybe because she's a gay woman.
Yeah, he grabs her, you know, which is already James.
I know they're kind of flirting, but now
And now there's an
he's
even
getting
more,
a bit more
forceful
aggressive.
grab.
A little bit more aggressive here.
A little bit.
She looks a bit. And the judo flip.
She flips him.
She just judo flipped him.
And look at how emasculated he looks.
His wig nearly came off.
His wig did nearly come off. That was the first thing he checked.
He trips her up.
Now that
it's still slightly playful. Slightly
playful.
He's helping her up.
Yeah.
He's helping her up here.
And
He
then
fucking judo flips her through the air.
And then he's like, okay, well, the playfulness, you know, maybe it's time to...
Let's just say he's at a semi now, I think.
Yeah.
And now he wants it.
Maybe it's time to stop. He sits down very nicely.
Rape. He's raping.
Rape.
He's still raping.
Rape.
He's still raping.
Rape.
Rape.
Rape. Rape.
Rape.
Rape.
Rape. They're kissing.
Oh,
rape.
they're kissing.
Rape. Consensual.
Consensual.
Here's the question I pose to you.
Yes.
If she never consented to it, does he stop? That's what I want to know. At what point does he go, oh, now she wants it? Does he have to enter her?
Do you think...
You know what I mean?
Do you think he has enough of a wherewithal to be like, oh my God, I thought you would like this. Oh, yeah, I'm exactly. So sorry.
Is that when he's sitting at the side of the bed after they've done the deed, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, she's crying.
Or does he just say like, fucking hell, it's fucking a lot of lesbians in here tonight, lads. Walk out, you know what I mean?
Fixed! Yeah. Off to the next mixer.
Off to the next place. Lads, this place is fucking dead. A lot of lesbians in here. Can we move on? You know?
Or it used to be until he came in and fixed the job.
Yeah, I don't even think he has the wherewithal to be like, no, this has to work. You know, he's going to be like, this has to work. And, you know, it does work. Doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, what if it didn't work?
What if it didn't work?
That's the problem.
I want to watch that edit.
Yeah, I know.
He's taking a court. He's like, you had a license to kill, not to rape. Jesus Christ, Bond. Yeah.
And, you know, it's a female judge, and he's like, I'll have you next. I'll have you next.
And she's like, I'm going to put you away for so many years. So many years.
And he thinks they're flirting, and he's like, oh, fuck it up. And again, I'll put you away for so many years.
I call as my witness Miss Moneypenny. And then the prosecution walks up. So you're saying what does he do with you? Well, whenever he comes in, he sort of we have a little joke.
Banter,
what do these jokes entail? Well, it's sort of like sexual innuendo and everything in the workplace. And he does this.
You know, it's soft though. It's playful.
Has it ever gone more than playful?
He has touched me.
Yeah. And did you consent beforehand, or
he fucking raped me? He fucking raped me the piss. He fucking drilled me.
I mean, I loved it in the end.
He drilled me all night. It was like a jackhammer.
Oh, jeez.
I was in a wheelchair. So
that's why she's sitting down in all those scenes.
I know. Yeah. Are you gonna stand? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
I think we've gone too far down this rabbit hole now.
Oh my God, there's no way out.
There's no way out. The only way out is to move to...
Is to get Bond done.
Get Bond done. No. Look, they're a sign of the times, but my God, do not take any standards for talking or being around women from Sean Connery.
Yeah, and if you think we're over, we're going to dip into the next man who takes over the role.
Yeah.
But then we dip back.
Yeah, we dip a little back.
We revert back, and Bond has another real...
Yeah.
Problematic moment.
Does the move I call the bra strangler.
The bra strangler. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Anyway, Thunderball is a great movie. And by the way, Sean Connery's 3 best movies are back to back. And
1 year after
year after the other.
Which is so impressive.
From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, and Thunderball. Those are 3 Bond movies that no matter what you say about the rest of Sean Connery's tenure, those are 3 great movies in my opinion.
And to be honest, Dr. No is pretty damn good for the first Bond movie as well. Like, I mean, like, there's 4 pretty solid movies in a row, all 1 year after another. Mm-hmm. No wonder Sean Connery started to dislike playing the role.
Totally.
4 years of boom, boom, boom.
Knocking it out of the park.
I know.
Yeah. Do you think that's why Bond is so bored of just casual sex? Because he knocks it out of the park every time.
Every time, man. You want multiple orgasms because you're getting it either way. That's the default setting. You know?
That's me on slow, baby.
Yeah, I know. That's me at 5.
Yeah.
You don't want to see me at 10.
You don't want to see me at 10. No one's seen me at 10.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have a concussion after 10.
Yeah.
I'll have a concussion after 10.
I won't be able to walk again after 10.
Fucking brain trauma, man.
Yeah, exactly. I saved that for, you know, I don't know, if I ever fucked the Queen, I guess. I don't know. Saving that.
Queen and country, man.
Queen and country. The things I do for Queen and country.
Queen and country, yeah.
The things you'll do for Queen and country. Ho, 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 ho.
So after Thunderball, though.
Thunderball, by the way, we should say, great theme again. You know,
Tom Jones,
the villain we like, you know. And again, a great thing about the first few, it's all Spectre, all the secret, you know, underground thing.
But you made a great point, actually. I just want to get the name of the villain because, goddamn, so many. Largo, thank you.
Yeah.
That when you see all the bad guys,
yeah,
or at least you see a lot of men, okay?
Yeah.
And you're like, guy in a suit, guy in a suit, guy in a suit. Guy in a suit with an eye patch. He's the evil genius,
he's
you know?
He's the main villain.
Yeah, the main villain.
You know?
Then you're like, what pets do they have?
Yeah.
Cat, dog, goldfish. Pet shark.
Pet shark, yeah.
It's him. It's definitely him.
And because Blofeld's the big villain, he gets White Cat and piranhas and whatever else he gets, you know?
He has everything, man.
He gets whatever pet
when you're
is
number
deadly. When you're number one, baby.
When you're number one.
When you're the fucking king, man.
He's got number one on his jersey.
That's why he never turns around in the chair, because when he stands up on his grey like parasuit, it just has number one written on the back.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, Largo's a great villain. You have Domino, who's is a very lovely Bond girl and everything.
Very lovely indeed.
This is also we get the patented evil woman human shield in this one.
Is that this one?
That's a favorite.
Is this the one with the excellent opening where he's doing the Semtex, or is that Gold?
That is Goldfinger.
But Goldfinger's where he uses her. Oh,
he does, but he does it again.
But this is with the gun.
In Thunderball.
Is it?
No.
When he's dancing.
He's dancing with her, and it's the girl in the blue dress who he slept with, and then has now taken him away. And then someone goes to shoot him, and he
twists her around.
She takes the bullet. Excuse me, my friend is very tired, and he puts her down or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's it. So then we move on. We have to get through all these movies. This is going to be insane. We move on to You Only Live Twice.
Or as I call it, Japanese James Bond.
Japanese James Bond. Our soul.
It doesn't age well.
Yeah, our soul, or what he looks like, an arsehole. Did you like that?
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah. But
Sean Connery becomes an Asian Bond.
What I want to happen is I want the scene of them, you know, putting everything on, and it's very serious music. They're turning him into, you know, the Asian man, and then you know his wife that he's pretending is lying down on the bed, and she looks up and he walks in, and then as he's standing there in the doorway and you see him, it just says written by Rodell.
That blew my mind when I found that out. Roald Dahl wrote this movie.
Yeah.
Roald Dahl made Bond Japanese.
Yeah. He also designed an amazing villain layer for Blofeld, and
he did.
The original actor who you have the name of there.
For Blofeld?
Yes.
Oh, actually I do.
You have it written down.
Donald Pleasance.
Donald Pleasance, aka the blind guy from The Great Escape.
He's the look that everyone thinks of when you see Blofeld with the big scar down his eye.
He's the one Christoph Waltz is
emulating or whatever you want to say. Yeah. And yeah.
Christoph Waltz is actually a bit of both, because he's kind of like the guy in Diamonds Are Forever with the sheet white hair and everything, but he's also, because that's just what Christoph Waltz looks like, but then he's also a bit of Donald Pleasance as well, which I think is nice.
Well, I guess we're seeing him become Blofeld in a way. Like, we get to see how the scar happens and all like that.
Yeah, but
You Only Live Twice is the first real misstep.
Yeah,
in Sean Connery's,
in my opinion,
film series.
And I believe,
my opinion too. We actually talked about this on the podcast. Where we were saying it's the bad stuff that wakes you back up.
Yeah,
where you see him become Japanese Bond, you're like, whoa,
what just happened? Little Nelly, that's a high point.
That's a high point. And then the ninjas at one point in it, I'm like, okay,
we will invade him using my ninja army. What?
Gun cigarettes.
Why do all of Blofeld's Asian henchmen have English accents? Because the ADR was done in England.
Yeah, exactly.
No one gave a shit.
Cares. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, it's just not a great It's not a great ending to the Spectre saga, in my opinion.
Yeah, sadly, but
Yeah.
that villain layer,
Yeah.
is spectacular.
Yeah.
Like that is amazing set building
and
right
again-
there, and it's real. Like they
Yeah.
built something that big.
And James Bond has
So
the biggest soundstage in the world. The 007 soundstage.
Yep.
It's where they build all this
The
mad
ceilings were
shit.
so high for
Yeah.
that. Oh, it is amazing. Like
It
it's
is.
such an accomplishment when it
Yeah.
comes to set building.
It's easily the best part of that
They
movie.
really push those boundaries when it comes to
Yeah.
massive sets.
But then you get that. Then there's.
It's kind of wasted on movies.
It's
sadly.
wasted on a bad movie. Like you get that amazing moment where Blofeld finally, you've never seen him in the chair, and he's facing this way, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just comes and turns around and looks at James Bond, and
We're
you're
like,
like,
"Finally!"
oh shit, that's him.
That's the guy. That's number one.
Yeah, and you're not even like, it doesn't even bother you. You're just like, oh, that's Blofeld.
That's Blofeld.
Yeah.
And that look, it's so scary.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Yeah, he looks like a mastermind.
And the fact that he's not like a brute in it, he's just he's sort of that weedy but scary evil genius.
Yeah, totally. He's gonna poison
He's
you.
gonna kill you with your mind.
Yeah.
With his mind, I mean.
Exactly.
That's where your one gets eaten by piranhas as
It
well.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just some problems with that movie.
Yeah.
It's also so convoluted, like the,
Yeah.
the story. He's in the car and he's watching on the screen. Is it this Japanese secret government or whatever, or the
Whatever
secret
it
agents?
is,
The
yeah.
helicopter comes along and takes the car off.
It's fucking madness.
It gets a bit lame.
Yeah, but I say we finish off with Connery. We do Diamonds Are Forever, because then Lazenby's is in the middle. So
Well, should we go to Lazenby and then get to Diamonds Are Forever?
Yeah,
Because it really
yeah.
sets it up.
it does.
The history behind it is very interesting.
Yeah. So then Lazenby takes over.
It's because Sean Connery, as we said, he did 5 movies. 4 of them were one after the other.
Yeah.
One year after another. Then they took like 2-year break, and then they get back to
Yeah.
You Only Live Twice.
Yeah.
Sean Connery was out. He had enough.
Yeah. He didn't want to do it anymore.
He's very vocal, even in the media, about this, where he was
Yeah.
like, "Here, I've had enough of this.
Yeah.
I had enough of wearing those wigs."
And then Lazenby, his movie its take home in the budget halves what You Only Live Twice made, basically.
It's because people weren't used to like they knew Sean Connery's Bond, and then boom, there's an Australian guy all of
Yeah.
a sudden. They're like, "What the hell's going on here?"
And look,
It's the first time. Like we gotta realize that it's the first
Yeah.
time that we got a new Bond actor. You know?
but it's also they tried something new. Even in how the film shot is so much more modern than any of the other early films.
It really is. I guess that is why that's another knee-jerk reaction that the
Yeah.
audience is going to have.
Yeah.
They're like, "Where the hell is Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Who the hell is this Australian guy?"
Yeah. Also, like, most of the actors have the benefit of playing an on-screen secret agent that people are used to. So that
Yeah.
was the thing with Roger Moore, with Pierce Brosnan and everything.
He was an unknown commodity, wasn't he? Really, he was
coming in out of Australia. And we were only saying that, imagine in the 1960s someone being recast. That's
I know.
unheard of.
Like the audience would have whiplash.
Yeah.
They're like, see, this is what I was saying to you before we started
Yeah.
the podcast. It's so ingrained in us now that we're like, oh, well, after a decade, we get a new actor playing Bond.
Yeah.
And is it a sequel? Is it a reboot?
Yeah.
They're never really going to tell us. It's kind of just like, hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Story continues.
Yeah, exactly. Another Bond movie's coming out.
Another Bond movie, exactly. Sometimes a sequel where the Bond actor doesn't change still doesn't feel like a sequel.
Yeah.
That way, when it comes to these kind of movies, it's only really when Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig,
Yeah.
those kind of eras is where there's kind of a thread
Yeah.
between the two,
Just
or between films.
A
And then
slight thread,
it's until Daniel Craig.
Yeah. And then it's a clear line,
Casino
basically.
Royale and Quantum of Solace are really the only direct sequel.
Yeah.
Where the story arc continues.
Yeah.
I know we have Blofeld in the background of these movies, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like, oh, that didn't happen. On to the next.
On to the next one. But you've Telly Savalas as Blofeld, which I think is a very threatening and fun performance, from him.
Also, though, imagine the knee-jerk reaction. Everyone's like, we just finally seen Blofeld.
Yeah.
Boom, new actor.
But-
doesn't have the scar.
But Blofeld has changed his look because he's
I
trying
know.
to impersonate someone.
Yeah, but it's still kind of weird.
It is still kind of weird, yeah.
Are they like, is that what Bond did as well?
But, George Lazenby, he's the first Bond we see cry and have emotion. That moment where he whispers to his dead wife, who, by the way, is amazing, Diana Rigg as Tracy Bond.
Tracy, yeah.
Tracy
that's it.
Bond. She's amazing. Their relationship is great.
Tracy DiVincenzo?
Yeah, her name's like Teresa Di Vincenzo or something, and it's
Mrs. Bond.
Mrs. Bond, Tracy. And when
R.I.P..
yeah, rest in peace, Tracy. And he whispers to her dead body, "We've all the time in the world," and everything. And
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's actually beautiful, and I think it's so necessary.
Yeah.
And George Lazenby just got the wrong end of the stick. Like, he just came in at the wrong time. If anything, I think Roger Moore was so popular because of George Lazenby.
Yeah.
Because people kind of got slightly conditioned to the actor changing.
Yeah.
So when Roger Moore came in, and also he stuck the landing as well. I'm not taking anything away from him.
Like when he landed that boat.
Oh, yeah, set that record as well.
Yeah, baby.
We'll get to Live and Let Die.
We will get to that.
But George Lazenby, his film's good.
Yeah.
And when we were watching this, that was one of the movies I had never seen. I've seen little snippets of it. And I was expecting it to be trash because no one is going to pick George Lazenby. And of course they're not going to pick George Lazenby as their favourite Bond because he only got one film.
Yeah. And listen, not to say there's no problems with the movie,
Yeah.
George Lazenby had to train super hard to get one English accent, and then they decided they're going to make him do another one on top of it. That was a bit much. He's sleeping with lots of women while he's pretending to be gay.
Gay man.
And then he's still in love with his wife and everything. So that's a bit of that wouldn't be in a modern movie, funny enough.
Not at all. But it's fantastic to see Bond fall in love.
And you know what? When they decide to acknowledge Her Majesty's Secret Service in later movies, the two of us always give credit
We
to
celebrate.
it. Yeah.
We're like, there, it did happen.
Yeah, it did happen.
That Australian actor did make that movie.
It did. And you know what? His wife died, and that had weight. And I appreciate that had weight.
It was necessary weight. It was beautiful to see Bond fall in love and then lose it.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I think that is such a pivotal moment in his story.
Yeah.
And then it explains why he's so disconnected in later movies.
Because
when it comes to love and romance.
Totally. And I mean, you see that, like, they kind of speed up the process in Casino Royale. They include his loss of love with Vesper in his origin story as well, which makes more sense as to why he is the man he is.
It's a beautiful setup. It's great. But George Lazenby, man, I'm telling you, he made a good movie.
He did it first and he was hard done by.
He really was.
Yeah.
And it's just because he had that one movie. And I understand why the studio flipped out when he seen Profit's half.
Yeah, totally.
No one showed up for that movie. And, it's such a big change. And he looks so different.
He does.
To Sean Connery as well. Like, they didn't go for someone that's going to emulate exactly what Sean Connery gives.
No.
And also, Mrs. Bond is 1 year older.
Yeah.
Than George Lazenby. So breaking that trend as well.
She's a cradle snatcher.
He was 30 and she was 31.
Ooh.
Ooh, milk territory.
She's so beautiful. She's really nice.
She's homely.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that.
She's also formidable for a movie at that time, even though her dad knocks her out to get her away and keeps telling Bond she needs a good man to rein her in. I know.
And George Lazenby gives her a good old smack, and I'm like, oh, his future wife. He gives
Come
a
on,
smack.
man.
Like, okay, I don't really even care if he hits a woman, but not his future wife.
You're not setting a good precedent here, man. She's done nothing wrong.
And he's crying over a corpse, and he's like, oh, I wish I could take back that slap.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think he?
And he's like, no,
no,
it was a part of our history.
It was deserved.
It was a deserved.
Yeah.
The steak was burned.
Listen, Bond.
It's medium rare.
Listen, Bond doesn't know he's ever done anything wrong until maybe Pierce Brosnan. At no point does he ever think he did something wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so that's George Lazenby's outing, and we have a lot of love and respect. If anything,
really
watching all these movies has given us so much love and respect for each and every Bond.
Yes,
it's
big time.
It's been crazy. Each of the canonical Bonds, we will say.
Yeah.
Not all the other fucking weird ones out there.
Now, sadly, the studio freaked out.
Yeah.
They seen those profits and they went, oh shit, their accountant was like, what the fuck, guys, with a calculator up to the window.
Yeah.
Just boobs on it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. Just holding boobs up to the thing.
Opening the window.
I could see Brick do that in like an Anchorman thing.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. But
he was a plumber that just walked into the job.
Yeah. But
so yeah, they freak out. And what do? They offer Sean Connery the whole planet.
Yeah.
Sean Connery got like an unprecedented number, which I can't think off the top of my head, but it was a crazy amount of millions.
Obscene amount of money for the time.
Obscene. Like, seriously, the big dick energy he must have had walking back onto the set. They also offered him, this is what's crazy, they offered him like this, pretty much a blank check where he can get 2 films greenlit.
Crazy.
How crazy is that?
I know.
Any 2 films of his choosing, and I think one of them got made, and the other one ended up in developmental hell or whatever.
Yeah.
But either way, that is mental. Like that, I've never heard of that done before.
Me neither. And
it was a mistake.
It was because listen, for the parts that we touched on this earlier, but for the part where Sean Connery is enjoying himself, you are enjoying yourself. You know, when that stuntman is standing on top of the Vegas stuff and he's fixing his buttons and everything.
Oh, going up the lift.
Yeah,
what a scene!
It's a cool moment.
Love that. Actually, that whole scene, he's breaking into the I don't know if it's the penthouse, maybe.
Yeah. And then there's the car chase in a car park, which is really cool.
Bond drives a Mustang.
Bond drives a Mustang. Let's forget the fact that it switches sides and everything.
Someone explain that to me.
You get the first Irish Bond girl, Plenty O'Toole. Plenty O'Toole drowns in a tub. He has a cool fight in an elevator.
He does.
You have those evil guys who are Mr. Wind and Mr. Kidd. By the way, how do you make someone more evil in the 70s?
Maybe make them gay.
That's how you know they're psychopaths, because they're gay people. That's how that worked, baby.
Check that out.
Yeah, it totally is. Because they only play it up when they want the two of them to seem menacing or anything like that.
When I watch them, I always picture a gay guy going, they're not gay. Look at their hair. No way they're gay. No way they're gay. The worst haircuts I've ever seen on a villain.
They look like a walrus, and then one of them looks like a walrus, and the other one I don't even know what he looks like.
When I look at their hair, I'm like, they have to be a villain.
Yeah.
Or villains.
Mr. Wind.
Mr. Kidd.
Mr. Wind, he's the walrus guy? Or is Mr. Kidd the walrus guy?
I don't know.
One of them smells like a harlot's handkerchief. I know that much. But yeah, they're
two scary individuals.
They are. They are scary. They were good, and then for some reason they were gay, and it's just so weird.
It's just so strange. You'd have to see it, because clearly they're trying to show in the movie.
The message is, these guys are insane, and not only that, they're gay.
They're fucking as well.
And everyone's meant to go, oh my god, these men, these are real psychopaths. You know?
There's two guys you don't want to be, you're an Uber driver and those two get in the back.
Ugh, creepy.
You're like, what's going to happen?
Yeah,
and they're making out. And I don't care about two gay guys making out, but those two guys.
You're kind of looking at them and go, man, I didn't see that coming. And then, no, they're making out, but they're looking at you as they're doing it. That's
He's
what
attractive.
It is. Yeah. Oh, and you're like, oh, she's attractive for a woman. Just death eyes at him. Yeah, and then you have, I can't remember the redhead's name. I'm going to have to look it up now. But I actually quite like her. She's, for some reason, she's annoying, but I grew to like her by the end of the movie, I don't even know why. She's just, for some reason, I just found her quite charming.
Is it Tiffany Case?
Tiffany Case, that's it, yeah. The fact that she starts off as some, smuggler who's changing her wigs and changing her identity, and by the end of it, she's shooting a machine gun like this and, falling off
she's
the thing.
Such a badass all of a sudden.
And then
she's fucking Laura Croft at the end of it.
Yeah, you start getting a bit campy as well, with Bond, smashing Blofeld into it and showing up in a hamster ball and everything.
The problem is, for all of the money and the movies that Sean Connery was offered for this role, he shows up so out of shape.
Yeah.
He doesn't... You can clearly see he doesn't want to be there. For the majority of the movie, he's kind of phoning it in. And that's when I kind of go, I don't want to see Sean Connery like this. It's kind of ruining his legacy.
He's fighting Bambi and Thumper, which is good. Willard White is a fun addition. Drowning the two of them. In fairness,
he's like, for the fucks, I'll do it again anyway. Yeah.
In fairness, they kick his ass, which is nice, because he deserves it.
Bambi and Thumper, I love it. I love it.
They kick his ass for a while, and he deserves it.
The problem is, all of a sudden, he's really old as well. And there's not been that much time. Let me see exactly how... Clearly, he's been eating kebabs and burgers with his time off.
4 years, 67 to 1971.
He ages a decade in 4 years.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell? And there's one topless scene. You see his nipples. That's about it. That's about it. And they're old man nips at that.
Yeah, they are. And then Roger Moore comes in, who's older than him and looks so much better.
Oh my god, this angelic, funny man.
This beautiful, funny man.
So we're moving on to Live and Let Die.
We're going to move on to Live and Let Die and Roger Moore. We're going to probably speed through these ones because there's a few milk duds in here that neither of us want to talk about.
We'll flip through them.
But listen, Roger Moore, he did what, he took a different approach to Bond and he made it his own. He's kind of the first Bond he was... the way I was saying, like an amp, he turned down the brutishness and turned up the charm.
He did, and he turned up the charisma, I would say, and I guess just the comedic side of him. And they rewrote, they wrote the script for him.
Yeah.
Because they knew he was funnier. What was the show that he was coming off?
The Saint.
The Saint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. And he had a lot of humor in that.
Yeah, and
so they actually wrote Bond. They kind of adjusted Bond to him, which I love.
And also Roger Moore is just a nicer guy than Sean Connery.
He is. You actually said it to me earlier.
Yeah.
He charms the pants off them instead of ripping the pants off them.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't. He's not. They're not attracted to him because he's so manly and everything like that. They're just attracted to him because he's very charming and he seems cool under pressure. You know what I mean?
There's no struggle when it comes to the women.
No,
there's
there
no
is
struggle. He doesn't have to force his way in there.
And even when he's threatening them, there's a lot less malice. He does threaten to break an arm at
He
one
does,
stage.
and that's a bit scary. No, she does have a gun to his face
Goldfinger.
at one point.
She does.
Before he slaps it out of his hand. But once he disarms her, he's just looking for information. And then he gets a bit rough. You're like, whoa, okay.
This is more of a Connery scene, I would think.
Did he just have a fight with his wife earlier? Like, he's gone a bit far here.
And he would surprise you with moments of levity and good acting. Like
he really would,
in one of the better Roger Moore movies, the two best being Live and Let Die and The Spy Who Loved Me, he has that great moment with Triple X. And she's like, did you kill him? And he has this huge, great long speech. And he's like, when you're going 40 miles on skis, you can't stop and look at who you kill.
Because he killed Triple X's
husband or fiance or whatever.
Fiance,
I don't fucking know. She says you killed the man I loved.
Either
or
way,
whatever.
it's quite a dramatic scene, and it's nice to see it.
It is, and he gives
because he's torn.
Yeah,
which is good to see Bond because you like to see a bit more humanity.
He's not sorry for killing him. He's sorry that she feels sad now.
Yeah,
because
he's sorry that he killed this person that was deeply connected to her.
But he's not sorry he killed him because he was like, it was him or me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
a spy game, man.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but it was him or me.
Hate the player, not the game.
Exactly. But yeah, and he's the longest running Bond. You know, 8 movies? Seven movies.
7 movies. 58 years of age. Here and
he didn't want to do 2 of them.
I know, yeah. The first 2 he had to be reeled back in.
Coked back in.
But when he came in with Live and Let Die, it was such a... Like, it was huge. It actually made so much money. It made more than Diamonds Are Forever, which just showed that Sean Connery's tenure was up. You know, like, he was finished with the role.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad that Sean Connery went out on such a bum note. But Roger Moore really lifts it back up, which is great to see.
You know what it was? It was that score and the theme by Paul McCartney. That's what lifted that thing up, baby.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that theme tune. And it's a band, you know?
Yeah.
It's nice to hear a bit of rock and roll.
Big band number. Now, Shirley Bassey sang Diamonds Are Forever, which is...
Oh, like, it's a great song.
Totally. But it's
a great team.
Bad the movie didn't, live up to the song, you know? But Live and Let Die...
It's got venom. It's got teeth. I love it.
Oh, it's so good.
The boat chases...
Amazing.
Some of the best boat chases ever done.
I could lose the sheriff character. I could also really lose him.
Could lose.
I could lose him in The Man with a Golden Gun for sure.
Get him out
Go
of
back
there.
to Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah. But Live and Let Die, it has some great villains. There's the Claw Hand guy. There's Baron Samedi, you know?
Baron Samedi. That end scene when he's on the train.
Laughing.
It will be forever ingrained in my mind.
Totally.
As a child, I remember that more than some other elements of that movie.
Me too.
Also, I just love the... It's such a change of pace.
Yeah.
Bond solves the heroin problem in America.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. It's so different.
The guy's plan is to give free heroin to people to...
Is it to get them hooked? I don't
even fucking know.
It's not important.
It's not
That's the
important.
sad thing about these Bond movies.
And then there's the... I don't know the character's name. I don't know if you have it there, but she's the...
Solitaire, is it?
Solitaire. Yeah, well done. Solitaire, yeah. Played by Jane Seymour, and she's a wonderful Bond girl.
She's the only Bond girl from that era that I still would fuck now. I'm telling you, man, I would double dip on that.
Ian would do some deep diving on all these...
seriously, like Thunderball deep dive, and I'd be down there for a while.
Sometimes you have to watch these movies, and then if you want to ruin them for yourself, have someone whisper into your ears, she has grandchildren now, or she's dead.
That's happened a few times.
It has.
I've been watching...
Man, what does she look like? Oh.
Yeah, because that's what I do with other movies. Like, if a movie's like 10 years old, I go, whoa, she's so hot. Let me see what she looks like now. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Someone's been upkeeping really well, you know?
Yeah, or other times, someone's not famous anymore.
Oh, yeah. Actually, a lot of these Bond girls, this is like their high point.
Yeah, I know.
Their high point was getting slapped around by Sean Connery.
Yeah, but like people make a big deal about being a Bond girl and everything, but not a lot of their careers panned out afterwards.
No, not at all.
By the way, I don't just do that with female actresses. I do it with male actors all the time as well.
Time.
In fact, I always find it funnier when male actors turn into fucking pigs that are like, triple chinned and everything.
What?
What?
Was that?
Excuse me?
Batman? What?
What? Iceman?
Iceman, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Live and Let Die, it's a return to form.
It is.
It changes it up. Oh, by the way, Bond fights all of Harlem.
He does
as well.
all of Harlem. Hey, do you want to know who the bad guys are?
It couldn't be the black guys.
Yeah, that's it.
All the
that's
black
it.
guys?
Oh, every single one. Yeah, every single one. We made that joke the first time we spoke about it.
I love it every time.
Me too.
Because it's so apparent when I was watching it,
Yeah.
going, oh my god, every black guy in this, all of Harlem is in on this plan against Bond.
You see this one secret agent they've sent in, and it turns out he's the one white guy in Harlem, and then they're all assassinating them and everything. He's sitting there in a 3-piece suit reading the paper, and there's just like normal people dressed normally walking by and everything.
He gets called honky a few times.
Yeah. Listen, it's a great movie.
I really like the movie. I could do without the guy inflating like a balloon and exploding.
And you know what? We watched a lot of top 10 lists and all this stuff preparing for this, and it's like
best villain kills
and everything. I think that's a terrible death.
Even the writer hates that kill because he's like, oh, it just takes away from the realism. I know it's still a Bond film and he's solving the whole heroin problem in America, but still, when he explodes, he even used balloon sound effects of a balloon stretching, and then there's no guts, there's no nothing. And you made a great point when we were watching clips of it. Open your mouth. Yeah. Because he throws in that, like, whatever it is, that thing that just blows out air.
Yeah, and for some reason he just keeps his mouth shut like this. Open your mouth.
It would take a lot of strength to just keep your mouth closed.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
like, oh, I'm keeping it in.
Yeah, I'm going to just force this down. I'm going to try shit it out before I spit it out. But, yeah, it's bad. And I want to point this out because I know you will want to talk about this. Alligators.
Crocodile hopscotch.
Crocodile hopscotch. I said alligators, but he knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, I knew exactly what
he's
you're talking
better,
about.
you know?
I'm enamored with that scene, and we will get to that.
We will get to that. Crocodile shoes on crocodile heads. That's what I love about it.
Good. Roger Moore.
Oh, what a man.
Yeah.
What a man. If any Bond I've gained more respect for, it's Roger Moore, definitely.
I was also surprised to see how many people love Roger Moore more than Sean Connery. Now, Sean Connery is the main man, and a lot of people...
They're different movies.
Different actors, different takes on the character. And that's why I love it as well.
Yeah, me too.
I can appreciate both. And George Lazenby right in the middle there.
And by the way, I don't like all of Roger Moore's easily. There are some that...
No.
Octopussy and For Your Eyes Only. I don't even want to talk about them now, really, but I really do not like those movies. For Your Eyes Only especially. I will never watch that movie again.
One scene you can watch in Octopussy.
Yeah.
When he's kissing that woman.
Yeah.
And she's got her eyes open and she's like, what the hell? Roger Moore's not a great kisser.
He is not a great kisser.
And I can just tell by watching those movies.
Maude Garrett is a good part of Octopussy, I'll admit, and they have some good henchmen, and the Indian contact is good.
The tennis player, he is great.
Apart from the fact that Roger Moore says, that'll keep you in curry for a few weeks.
Roger,
forward. Can we take that one again, please?
Just skip.
Can we take that one again?
And he's like, I want that one in. That was mine. That was mine.
All the
I
white
want
guys
that in.
on set are sitting there like this. Jesus Christ, Roger.
And the Indians are like, just let him go.
Just let him go. He's a fun English guy. He doesn't understand how racist he's being, you know?
The rickshaw chase is cool as well.
Yeah.
And we got Yo-Yo Man, the most dangerous Yo-Yo Man I've ever seen.
Yeah. Even if that movie is incomprehensible and he dresses as a clown and all this other terrible things that I hate.
The clown scene is so bad.
Yeah. This is in Octopussy, by the way, not For Your Eyes Only. For Your Eyes Only has a girl who wants to fuck him that he refuses to fuck, which has never happened in a Bond movie up
thank
until
God,
then.
because she looks like 15, 16.
And her character is 16, and he said, she's like, he doesn't think I'm an adult, and he says, yes, well, put your clothes on, and I'll go get an ice cream. We'll go get an ice cream. Oh, it's a bad movie. There's a good stunt in it where he falls off a cliff and everything.
That is great. The rock climbing is done really well.
But other than that, I can't say much good about it.
Moonraker's a high point as well. We got it like Jaws. He comes into The Spy Who Loves Me. That's his first appearance.
Yeah.
A guy who's supposed to die.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be killed off in that, and he could tell his producers, the writers were like, he's good.
Audiences cheered when Jaws survived. They cheered.
That says it all. After he takes a bite out of the shark, he has a shark sandwich.
I love it. And now Stromberg, not a great villain, have to say. There are a few...
Stromberg. Yeah. Man, I have questions for the writers.
Me too.
I have many questions for the writers.
He's webbed hands and feet. Okay.
We think he has a sexual thing when it comes to fish.
We think it's a sex thing.
It has to be a sex
thing. Hey, Stromberg, level with me, bro. Is this a sex thing?
Is it a sex thing?
Is this thing a sex thing?
Is that surgery? Did you get that done on your hands?
No, it is not the sex thing. Come on, Stromberg. Come on, Strommy. Come on.
Take the gimp mask off.
You can tell me. You can tell me, Strommy. But
he wants to build Atlantis, by the way.
Yeah.
And live under the water.
We've already spoken about it, but Triple X is in it, and she's a great addition. You know,
she's great. She can hold her own.
Character's name is Anya Amasova.
They almost let her hold her own.
They almost let her hold her own. She's like, for part of it, it's like, oh man, she's just as good an agent as Bond. And then this movie's made in the 70s.
Oh
so
yeah, she's not a man.
She's not a man.
She's
so
not a man, of course.
he has to
It's
be.
James Bond.
He has to be a better agent, pretty much about everything.
Of course. She's so attractive, like ridiculously attractive.
She is. Lucky Ringo Starr, eh?
Yeah, he locked that shit down.
He did.
The minute they get married as well, her filmography gets scarce. He's like, not
You're
letting her
doing no more movies now.
Well, what's the problem, man? She goes to get a bus. She's going to meet a better man than you.
Yeah,
Well, maybe not Ringo Starr though. He's a Beatle, man.
He is a Beatle. That's true, but
You locked that shit down.
You know, they say Ringo Starr wasn't even the best drum player in the Beatles.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So, but anyway, yeah, I mean, she's a great addition. Your favorite car is in it, the Lotus.
The Lotus Esprit.
Yeah, what a car.
Oh, and it's a submarine at the same time.
It's such an iconic moment. It's a pity he uses it to murder a beautiful helicopter pilot.
Yeah, you're one who looks like she's going to get married. She's got all her makeup done.
Yeah.
She just the most attractive helicopter pilot I've ever seen.
Yeah, me too. Wait, Michelle Rodriguez in Avatar. Ooh.
Oh, and that tank top.
Yeah.
I think I still go for your one though.
Yeah. It's one to sit on, ladies and gentlemen.
Get back to us.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, from the road chase to the underwater scene, it's great.
I love the Lotus. I love it so much. It's so of the times as well.
I love that you don't know what it does. I love that you go from the perspective of Agent X sitting in the car and Q is going, and you see Bond smiling because you know he said something smart and everything, and then he gets in the car and then you never find out what they were talking about.
It's fantastic. I love that so much. The Esprit, like, I didn't think I seen that movie as a child.
Yeah.
And then when it goes in the water, I'm like, I've seen this.
Exactly. I'm the exact same way. It's like, no, I don't recognize this. Don't recognize this. The car just went in the water.
I know.
I'm with you.
It's that film.
And the first 50 minutes of this film are solid. It loses itself a bit in the middle, and then the last part again is solid. You get that villain later, get her in that incredibly skimpy red dress, basically slave Leia costume.
Yeah, the problem is the villain is doing some mad fucking things.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and then they escape in his like fuck pod, basically.
His escape pod is a fuck pod.
Yeah,
where's all the rations and all like that? Oh no, we just got champagne and funky porno music.
Funky porno music, baby. He has a line at the end of this movie that is only topped by Moonraker, where he says, Bond, what are you doing? Keeping the British end up, sir.
Oh, Roger Moore, you're a beautiful man.
Curtains close, and then what plays after that? It gets a bit kitschy.
It's the USO version of the theme tune. Nobody loves it better.
Yeah.
Like, what he's doing, stop.
That was a bad point. We skipped The Man with the Golden Gun, but that's because that was a disappointing one for me.
It is. Nick Knack it's a bit silly. Christopher Lee, fantastic actor. Let's give him 3 nipples, Scaramanga. Yeah. It's just it's too kitsch for me.
Yeah, it's not great, even though
there's a car that flies.
Yeah, Roger Moore has sex with a woman while another woman's sitting in the closet.
Friday, oh my god.
Poor Friday.
She's closet size.
She gets hard done by so much.
That's probably the worst thing Roger Moore does, really.
Probably. He's Friday, really shitty to her.
She wants him throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And then when it's about to happen, the alchemy, because she's a beautiful agent.
She is.
And she's an agent. That's what's cool about it as well. She's not just like some random like Bond girl who's affiliated with the villain.
Even though she gets pushed into a trunk and then after that she's a ditzy blonde for the rest of the movie.
In a bikini.
In a bikini, yeah.
That's pressing buttons with her hot ass. Oh no, what did I do?
Yeah, but
he throws her in the closet and has sex with the villain, and she falls asleep in the closet.
And she doesn't.
She falls asleep to the sound of multiple orgasms that the villainous woman's getting
on both sides. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool premise and everything. I like The Man with the Golden Gun, this great assassin, but it didn't hit its mark for me. Even though there's a flying car. And
Christopher Lee in his tracksuit.
Does
not look Lindbergh.
No. He's meant to be
as stiff as a board.
He's going through the fucking, obstacle course of killing everyone. And
he's too old to be doing that. Like,
And
like, I love Christopher Lee, by the way.
Yeah.
I love him, and I felt like there was like reins on him. You know the way I wanted him to let loose a bit more.
There's a few good scenes, like the dinner scene where they're just threatening each other and everything. I really enjoy that.
It's very tense.
What was it? Come, Mr. Bond, you enjoy killing just as much as I do.
Oh, yeah, he does an episode of Cribs as well, where he's showing him all the cool stuff of his lair.
It's just, it's lacking something.
It is, and sadly, like Christopher Lee is so good, and yet,
Yeah.
And Nick Nack is just a joke in the whole thing.
Yeah. I do enjoy it though, I have to say.
He throws him in a suitcase.
I
in the
enjoy
end.
Nick Nack. Yeah, we looked up all the controversial stuff that happened in James Bond
when
movies.
Bond like crosses the line.
Bond crosses the line, and
Or
someone
things that Bond wouldn't get away with now. I think that was some of the lists.
And putting Nick Nack in a suitcase was
suitcase.
definitely one of them.
Which I kind of don't understand because Nick Nack's trying to kill him.
Yeah.
And like it is a jokey kind of thing that he's putting him in a suitcase, but he's trying to kill him.
He is trying to kill him, yeah.
So what should he be like? Oh well, I don't want to hurt his ego, or I don't want to offend him while he's trying to stab me.
Yeah,
you know,
I wouldn't want to be considered insensitive towards.
Yeah, well, Roger Moore's like suitcase size.
Yeah,
in you go.
In you go. But then again, like we're assuming that this is a documentary about real events when really it was a script where it's like, we're gonna put the little man in a suitcase then and toss him over the side. money. But yeah, so that's Man with the Golden Gun. Man, we gotta keep powering through these movies. Moonraker is great.
Moonraker is fantastic. Yeah,
it's the kitschest of all the James Bond.
Jaws is back,
and it owns it. And he's a good guy,
with a tiny miniature girlfriend. Well, actually, probably normal. Well, she is still small.
Much like Shaq, he probably splits her in half.
Oh my god!
But anyway,
Jesus Christ, that's a pole and a half.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. He has a really nice love interest in this one. Goodhead, Dr. Holly Goodhead.
She's got a doctorate in giving head. Dr. Goodhead.
Dr. Goodhead.
My favorite nickname of all the Bond. Oh, not even a nickname. That's supposed to be her
That's a real name, yeah.
Dr. Goodhead. Holly.
Yeah.
Goodhead.
Holly Goodhead. As in Holy Goodhead.
Holy Good. Exactly.
Yeah.
Holy Goodhead. The Holy Grail of Goodhead.
And you know, it is a bit of a strange plot, and it's
it makes
no sense. There's a fun fight with a samurai guy. A woman is eaten by dogs, and it's actually a really good moment.
That samurai guy goes through every pane of glass in the world.
Yeah, he does, and it's great. And even Bond
smash.
Bond tries to protect a few things, and even still they get smashed. Oh, it's so good.
But what's the name? Drax is the name of the villain.
Yeah.
Drax wants to start a master race
on the
in
moon.
space.
Yeah, he's meant to be a Hitler type. He wouldn't, that's.
And he wants the world to destroy itself. Oh, he's releasing a toxic gas.
Yes.
That doesn't harm
plants and
flowers
vegetation and
all
animals,
like that, but kills people. And he's gonna start a master race in space in the 80s. This is
makes sense, man. I'm with you, Drax.
Throwing Jaws, throwing a girlfriend. That's the movie, but it's a wild ride. Bond wears yellow Converse.
Yeah, if you're looking for the kitschest but most fun Bond, Moonraker's where you want to be.
The music in Moonraker is out of this world.
It's really
John Barry returns because John Barry he misses a few movies because of tax reasons.
We could do a whole podcast on John Barry's tax and legal problems.
Pay your taxes, man.
Pay your taxes, John Barry. Jesus Christ. But
any movie that's shot in England, he can't do after a while because he's not paying his taxes.
Typical. Anyway.
And you miss him badly. You really do.
Miss him.
You're like, oh, this is one where he doesn't score it. Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess we'll sit through this.
Yeah.
So next is For Your Eyes Only. We've addressed how much we don't like that. We've talked about Octopussy. He ends on A View to a Kill.
I like this movie.
Me too.
Some people don't like it and say he phoned it in. I know he's 58. I know he's got water originals in his pocket and he's a bit of a geriatric, but I think it's fun.
Me too. I really like A View to a Kill. I like Christopher Walken and I like Grace Jones.
Jones is Mayday. It scares me that I'm attracted to her.
She's both scary and very attractive at the same time.
She lifts a man above her head.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm like, take me.
Yeah.
Take me to Pound Town.
I mean, that's always been her thing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that leotard.
Yeah, the music.
Muscles.
It has one of my favorite chases of all time, which is the opening one on the skis and everything.
And it has a great chase with the car that's cut in half.
Yeah.
That's after the Eiffel Tower jump.
Yeah, it does. And it does go very dark. It has, I can't think of his name now. Fuck. Is it like Oren or something? It's Max Zorin.
Max Zorin, yeah.
Zorin.
Psychopath.
Yeah, and he's a Nazi genetic experiment.
Who's going to be played by David Bowie.
I wish he was played by David Bowie.
I know, even though, think how crazy that is saying. You're like, oh, I could put Christopher Walker as a substitute, you know?
Oh, shit, I did't get David Bowie. Oh, I guess I'll have Christopher Walken.
Walken.
Yeah, Jesus. But yeah, he's... Man, I really like that movie. The music in it is great. When he rescues that woman from a fire, it is one of the most heroic Bond moments. And the two of us were enamored by this scene. It's so good.
And it makes the theme tune to dance into the fire, but it makes it somber.
Yeah.
And it's real sad, like da, da, Very heroic.
Very heroic, very cool.
Great scene with the fire brigade as well.
Yeah, where he's being chased.
Makes no sense because it's the police chasing him.
Yeah.
It makes like you're like, what's this? Why is this happening?
Why suddenly are people questioning his license to kill? Because every single time it's worked. It always works, except for this one time.
Laid breadcrumbs out.
Yeah.
But it's all blood.
Yeah. And everyone's like, wait a minute. Are you really who you say you are? And it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Are we really going to do this?
I kill people for a living, okay?
Sets up a good chase.
Yeah, it does. That's the thing. It does set up a good chase.
And I do like when Christopher Walken is laughing as he's being killed. And
that is great.
And I do like Mayday's demise when he goes, Mayday! And then she blows up.
Yeah, Mayday saves the day.
Yeah. She's awesome.
She stays back.
She is. Or when she says, what of you? And Christopher Walken leans in, to a kill. To a kill.
She scares me though.
Oh, yeah. And I love the idea of the story of Duran Duran being like, hey, why don't you get good people to do your music? And they were like, okay, why don't you come in and do it? And then they wrote a killer theme.
Knock it out of the park.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.